Hello, hello. I just wanted to give a very quick note that our new paper in Geology Today on the 2021 La Palma eruption has now appeared and it's available online. So if you're interested, you can download it and let me quickly kind of show some impressions to you. This is the front page and the editor has chosen one of our images as a front page image. And here we see the lavas of the 21 eruption going over Las Manchas Cemetery. Rather emotional picture, I guess, and this is why it was chosen as the front page image. It's quite, intense. And here is the article. For those of you with access, with academic access, you can download it from the webpage. Some other people might be able as well. For those who will not be able, I will try to make a PDF copy available via my webpage. And this is vrtroll.com. And there's a publication section, and there I will list it in the next few days. So you should be able to download it without any charge. And anyway, here's our summary article. It summarizes the eruption and a little bit of the previous history. It goes through the eruption location, first of all, and it also mentions all the older eruptions given here in pink, the historical ones in particular. And then it talks a little bit about how rift zones on ocean islands work with dike swarms feeding vents. And then we give a list here of the previous eruptions on the Canary Islands. There's a nice tabulation of historical events. And then here's some impressions of the dimensions of the lava flow. We will then look at the crater system as well, how it looks like. And we will discuss that a little. We will look at the ash and what damage it did locally as well as distally. And we are then looking at lavas and the damage caused by the lavas, of course. And we will also look a little bit at petrology and the first geochemical results, but not in a great detail. So not in too much detail in terms of, we're trying to reach a general audience here, but we also look at some of the xenolith there, and the first results are there. There were these white and gray frothy xenolith, xeno-pumice as we call them, or some people use the local term ristingolite after the La Ristinga eruption in 2011 at El Hierro. And intriguingly, we have the El Hierro white xeno-pumice here as stars, and this is also where the white xeno-pumice of La Palma plots. The gray xeno-pumice plots up here, however, very similar to phonolites from La Palma. So this is likely a sedimentary origin, and this is an igneous origin. And the lavas themselves, they span quite a width. This is historical lavas on La Palma, and this is the change in composition throughout the eruption. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then here we're showing some of these xeno-pumices, and this is an El Hierro one from 2011, and this is one from La Palma. And then we discussed the seismics a little bit. There's two main clusters of seismic events, of earthquakes effectively. And one is at about 30-35 kilometers depth, according to the IDN catalog. And the other one is about 10 to 15 kilometers depth. And then there we see some ascent. And this is the little earthquake swarms in between the main kind of earthquake domains or areas. Here we see it rising to the surface. And here we likely see a connection between these two earthquake domains. We're still not entirely sure what they are. In order to have earthquakes, it needs to be reasonably solid. So how much magma was there and how much is actually a mush zone is to be debated. We also then discussed the ups and downs in intensity, and this is the seismic events per day. And you'll see there was a lot of seismicity just prior to the eruption, and then it went up and down and up and down and up and down, much to the frustration of the population at the time, because each time they were on a down, the intensity seemed to go down. There was hope that the eruption would stop, but the eruption kind of picked up again several times, and eventually it died down in December, mid-December of last year. So then there was also ground deformation, which you can image with INSAR radar data. And there you can see these fringes of interference. These are where kind of a swelling has occurred, and that is something you can make visible with these data. And this is what we briefly discussed, the area of ground deformation, which was in the vicinity of the volcano, of course. And then we discussed the ash plume in some detail. And here we see the ash plume rising up and moving down to the end of the island. We discuss other pyroclastic phenomena like rolling bombs, which has been quite mind-blowingly obvious once you're standing there that these things are dangerous. And then we discussed the evolution of the lava field and the thickness of the lava field. And we discussed the new lava platforms, the new land that has been created. We also go into the damage caused here, like lava penetrating banana plantations and the extent of the lava field. And this is, yeah, quite a large amount of damage, obviously. So this has been a bit of a shocker. Then we touch on the cleanup. Here you see various scenarios from the cleanup, from small diggers to large diggers to an artificial mountain here just outside San Nicolas near Las Manchas, where a new kind of ash mountain is created from all the material that's piled up there. It's an ash storage site, effectively, and this is now there to be used. We then discuss predictions, and here we have a model prediction and the reality compared, and it suggests that our models are quite good actually these days. And here's another example of predictions from Santa Maria volcano in South America, and there is now the possibility to put damage values onto certain areas where hazards exist, and using the combination of what we can do and what has been done there should allow us to actually assess where the most financial damage might occur in the future on La Palma during future eruptions, which hopefully will allow insurances to cover against volcanic damage in the future. So this is something important because nobody died in the La Palma eruption directly from volcanic activity, but a lot of damage and a lot of financial loss has incurred. And I think a big job now for the future is to ensure that people are covered financially so that they don't lose their properties, or well, they might lose their properties, but not the value, so that they can get reimbursed. And that, I think, is an important step for the future. So that's our article. And if you are interested, then hopefully you can access it either from the publisher's webpage or from my webpage. And I hope you find this useful. Thank you very much, and all the very best. Bye.